Hey, welcome back. Design Elements and Principles, session 15B, final project being assigned, finalizing our pamphlet. This is session 15. Session 16 is just everything is due, but you place it in here. So 16 is just open. I'm here next week. I will be around for questions, comments, concerns. As long as you understand and read, know the rubrics and everything where it's written out, do what you got to do. So if you get stuff done early, turn it in, double check your due dates, know all of that information, okay? We're down to the nitty gritty. Everything closes on Thursday, May 21st at 11:59 p.m. So that is exactly 1 week from now. 1 week and a bunch of hours from now. So just make sure you have everything in, you're settled, you're all good. So pamphlet. So I'm going to take a look at your pamphlets that you turned in today. And we're going to take a look at your pamphlets that you turned in today. Sorry about that. I will have you maybe do one or two last corrections, and then you're going to mock it up. So let's get into that. Oh, first up, okay. Attendance. Make sure you do your attendance before the end of the week. Sorry. What is a sans serif? Well, sans serif, we've been dealing with that here and there with the projects, with the element and principal projects, a font without decorative strokes. Sans means without, so that's what that is. There you go. Make sure you get that turned in. You know where to look at. Mid-session project reviews is where you review with me. Tuesday's assignments. I've gone over those with the variety lecture. And then the last textbook reading, diagram. Give it a peruse. See what's in it. Check it out. Diagramming. Setting up informational systems. What leads to what? It's kind of important, especially in graphic design, when you are a visual communicator. People look to you so they can get the information they need more easily. Because if we didn't have visual communicators like us, everything would look like you just typed it up on Word. It would look like this page, and people would just be like, well, what's the important stuff? Even this has hierarchy to it. So check out diagram. Project B, part 2. Look for me to give you this comment about your design. Oh, I got to edit that. It's just poster. It's supposed to say pamphlet. Don't forget the graphic designer, name and photo, a minimum of 5 examples of work, 2 paragraphs about in the site where you got the information. Place your final into the presentation template you've been working on. You can export a JPEG to place into the file. Place your pamphlet into a real-world environment mock-up included. Then place that into your presentation as well. Here we go. So let's teach you how to do this. I'm going to download this. Download the file. And here's my InDesign file, right? Now what I'm going to do is I got it all set up. I'm going to go to File, Export, and I want to export as a JPEG. I'm going to export it to my desktop, and I'm going to hit Save. I want all pages, and this is all good. I'm going to hit Export. Now that's going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to open those up with Photoshop. I'm just going to do this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to right click and open with, and I want to open with Photoshop 2026. I can do this one. Open with. Now you're going to have to do some copying and pasting, all right? Now the other one I want to open is the downloads file, open. And in my downloads, I have the pamphlet mockup JPEG open. Now this is the inside. This should be the front and this should be the back. So let's start with the back. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rectangle marquee tool in Photoshop. I hope you've taken Photoshop. This is fairly easy. If you haven't, talk to me. Let me know. And I'm going to move it over and make sure it's perfect. And I am going to copy that. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to edit and paste. Oops. You know what? This is grayscale. So I'm going to re-upload this image to make sure it is not grayscale. I did not realize that. Now I'll hit paste. So right after this lecture, I'm going to change that. And then I'm going to go to paste. And then I'm going to first make it smaller. And then I'm going to get it to fit. I'm going to have to stretch it just a little bit, and you can hold down Shift. And then what I'm going to do is we have to cut out a portion. But I'm going to go to Properties. I'm going to double check Properties, and I'm for here. I want my properties open. Sorry, that's just a tendency for me. And then I'm going to go to Normal, and I'm going to go to Multiply. And it may look like nothing's happening. But if I move it around, see how you can see through it? So if there's anything to see through, you could see through it. But what I'm going to do is I need to knock out the part where the other magazine is going to go. So I'm going to take the marquee tool and I'm going to draw from that edge to this edge. And I'm going to hit delete. And I'm going to deselect, select, deselect. Now I'm going to go back to these, and I want the cover. And I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to paste. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to place it in. I am going to stretch it just a little bit. This is the only time. And I'm going to go to Normal and then to Multiply. All right. And I'm going to do that with these inside pages. But again, I'm going to do it one at a time. Because I'm going to show you advanced stuff here. So I go to my JPEG. I copy. I go to pamphlet mockup and I paste. I'm going to size it. You just kind of pick a corner, any corner you want. And then I'm going to make it the correct size. But I'm going to hold down Shift and pull it to the staples. Now I want this curve. There's a little curve. And if you need to see it better, you can turn this down to like, you know, something so you can see that paper. And I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and I'm going to go to Warp. And then I'm just going to pull these little things down. That's all I had to do. Pull that one. I can move it over. And I'm going to do the same up here. And all that's going to do is going to add that slight little curve to it to really bring it to life. And then I can hit there. I'm going to bring this back up to 100. And I'm going to go from Normal to Multiply. And I'm going to do the inside page. I'm going to grab from the side. all the way to the black. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste. You can scale and move at the same time if it makes it easier. Hold down Shift in order to pull it out a little bit. Then I'm going to go move my opacity down. Go to Edit, Transform, Warp, and I'm going to pull that little, there's a little dot. I'm just going to pull that one little dot just barely. And I'm going to go click back on Select, turn my opacity up, and then go from normal to multiply. And then you can save this as a Photoshop file, as a, I like that there. And then a JPEG. So save one for your files, save one for me. And there you have a quick little mock-up of your pamphlet. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. And I will help you out. Just watch this. I can help you out, and I'm going to switch this out to a color image right away. Like I said, I will check in with you next week and make sure that you have everything buttoned up that you can have buttoned up for the last, 13 goes away today at midnight. So you'll have 14, 15, and those assignments to make sure they're all in and done. And what a great time. All right. I hope you had a good time. And like I said, I will check in next week, Tuesday and Thursday, just to make sure. It'll be like a 1 minute. Hey, just reach out to me and I'll be around. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.